In a secret speech given to high level Communist Party cadres nearly 2 decades ago, Chinese Defense Minister General Chi Hoitan explained a long range plan for ensuring a Chinese national renaissance. He said there were three vital issues. The first was the issue of living space because China is severely overpopulated. Second, conquest of new lands in which a second China could be built by colonization. The third vital issue, the issue of America. The ruling Chinese Communist Party considers biological weapons to be the most important weapons for accomplishing their goal for cleaning up America focus instead on developing lethal weapons that can eliminate mass populations of the enemy country. In 2003, the SARS coronavirus outbreak in China. The same year, Beijing decided to build the Wuhan P4 virology laboratory. In the year 2019, a mysterious coronavirus shipment was caught smuggling from National Microbiology Lab, Canada by Jiango Qiu with her husband and another biologist, and the members of her research team is believed to be a Chinese biowarfare agent are linked to the Chinese biological warfare program from where the virus is suspected to have leaked causing the Wuhan coronavirus outbreak. Jiangko is collaborated with four Chinese biological warfare facilities. Jiangko made at least 5 trips in the year 1917 to 18 to the Wuhan National Biosafety Laboratory. Moreover, in August 2017, the National Health Commission of China approved research activities with her. Great Game India informed that in early February, brought to renowned Canadian scientist Frank Fulmer died in a mysterious circumstances. He was the very person who received Saudi SARS coronavirus sample and was working on coronavirus, that is HIV vaccine, in Canadian lab from where the virus was smuggled by the Chinese biowarfare agents to China and is widely believed to be weaponized in the Wuhan Institute of Virology. In August 2018, Mr. Zheng, a Chinese scientist, entered the United States on a J1 visa and conducted cancer cell research at Beth Israeli Deaconess Medical Center in Boston from September 4th to December 9th, 2019. It is alleged that on December 9th, 2019, Mr. Zheng stole 21 vials of biological research and attempted to smuggle them out of the United States abroad, a flight destined for China. On January 28, 2020, Dr. Charles Huber, the chair of the Harvard University Chemistry and Chemical Biology Department, and two Chinese nationals, Chinese biowarfare agents at Harvard University, have been caught smuggling deadly virus from America, charged in connection with aiding the People's Republic of China. Professor Lieber worked as a strategic scientist in the project of China Thousand Talents Plan from the year 2012 to 2017. The investigation by Great Game India has shown that Professor Lieber was in fact working on virus transmission that could penetrate cell membranes without affecting the intercellular functions and even measure activities inside heart cells and muscle fibers. Former Israeli military intelligence officer and medical doctor Danny Shoham, who has studied Chinese biological warfare, said China's Wuhan Institute of Virology, located in the city that is the epicenter of the outbreak, has been linked to the Beijing's covert bioweapon program. One of the dangerous and ambitious program started by the CCP is the Thousand Talents Plan or Thousand Talents Program to recognize and recruit leading international experts in scientific research, innovations, and entrepreneurship. In other words, to steal Western technology. Many scientists were recruited to the talent programs, enticed by starting salaries that can be as much as thrice or four times their existing salaries. More than 10,000 people joined, according to William Hans, who was a member of the Senior Intelligence Service at the Central Intelligence Agency. The Thousand Talent Program attracted eminent scientists all over the world in different fields of science and technology, which also played a way to smuggle their scientific innovations to China. Michael Wessel advised the US Congress to cut federal grants, loans, or other assistance to participants of the Thousand Talent Program. Mr. Lamer Smith, Chairman Science and Technology of United States, cautioned United States of America that China put sleeper agents, or we can call sleeper cells, at our research institutes and universities to steal our scientific knowledge. Larry Kalyan, United States lawyer who sued China, says that the COVID-19 virus was developed in Wuhan Institute of Virology, which is a bioweapon. Dr. Francis Boyle, who drafted the Biological Weapons Act, has given a detailed interview to Geopolitics and Empire. Dr. Boyle discusses the coronavirus outbreak in Wuhan. He believes the virus is potentially lethal and an offensive biological warfare weapon or dual use biowarfare weapons agent genetically modified with gain of function properties, which is why the Chinese government originally tried to cover it up and is now taking drastic measures to contain it. The Wuhan BSL 4 lab is also a specially designed World Health Organization research lab, and Dr. Boyle contends that WHO knows fully well what is occurring in Wuhan laboratory. Dean Knuth, in his book The Eyes of Darkness, mentions that COVID-19 as a stuff of Wuhan 400 because it was developed at their rDNA labs outside the city of Wuhan, and it was the 400th viable strain of man-made microorganism created at the research center. Wuhan 400 is a perfect weapon. It affects only human beings. Edward Holmes rightly pointed out that COVID-19 is closely related to SARS-CoV-2. 2008 Nobel Prize winner Luc Montagnier rightly said that COVID-19 coronavirus disease was artificially created in a lab by a biologist working on AIDS vaccine. Nikolai Petrovsky from Flinders University, his interview to the Sky News, informed that COVID-19 particularly adapted to human cells than the animal cells. The COVID-19 cells designed to fit humans. The genetically altered viruses are more adaptable to humans, and it is a recombination from the cell's culture environment. A group of Indian scientists have discovered that COVID-19 has been engineered with AIDS like insertions. It is true, a combination of three drugs are used to treat COVID-19. One among them is the AIDS drug. Well, the top Chinese military epidemiologist and virologist, presently head of the Wuhan Institute of Virology, has mentioned, I quote her, what we need to build a powerful lead scientist system so that they can spend their life studying and researching certain types of viruses and germs, independent of whether this corona is going away or not. Knowing well about the programs which are going on in China, Michael Wessel, the US advisor for Congress, informed that to cut down the federal funding for the Thousand Talented program. Mitt Romney, US advisor, informed that China is going to become the sole global superpower economically, militarily, and geopolitically. By the middle of the century, second, China's accession will be disrupted and halted by internal turmoil. It is true, in 2016, China established National Gene Bank to seize the strategic commanding heights in the domain of biotechnology warfare. China's military interest in biology is about potential genetical weapons and the possibility of a bloodless victory. Why China wanted to go for bio warfare? It is mainly because of the overpopulation problem and environmental degradation in China resulted social problems, that is, China is going to collapse and civil war is going to come. General Xi also estimated that more than 800 million Chinese would die in such a collapse. Therefore, the Chinese Communist Party has no policy alternative. Either the United States is cleaned up by biological attacks or China suffers national catastrophe. To overcome with the problems of population growth and environmental degradation, China wants to use its bioweapons to clear the population not only in United States and also in Australia and Canada, where they are having vast lands, and to establish their Chinese colonies over there. China has adopted a careful, calibrated strategy for World War III, where the weapon is a virus. This war has commenced without the use of any weapon, missiles, or atom bombs, but through a virus. The virus, which weighs millions of times less than the mass of a nuclear bomb. Bharat Hiteshi, in his article, mentions that China's biological warfare program is believed to include the full range of traditional chemical and biological agents with a wide variety of delivery systems, including artillery, rockets, aerial bombs, sprayers, and short range ballistic missiles, and new concept biotechnology. Strategists who talk about potential genetic weapons and the possibility of a bloodless victory guide Chinese military's interest in biology as an emerging domain of warfare. Professor Graham Allison, in his book, he mentions that the first phase will complete in 2025 when China make itself the world's superpower of technology. By 2035, China wants to become the innovations leader of the world, and by 2049, the communist nation want to make itself the most powerful country in the world. To fulfill their ambitions, the Chinese Communist Party made an attempt to control basically every organization within the United Nations through their colonial powers, through bribery, through other things. What China has been doing over very aggressively over the last decade is to try to gain control of these by electing people to the top position. The systematic efforts made by Chinese Communist Party are successful in procuring the dangerous viruses from different scientific labs of the world. The Thousand Talent Program attracted many scientists from all over the world to smuggle the intellectual science and technology. Dr. Jiango, her husband, and scholars steal the virus from Canada. The involvement of Dr. Charles Lieber from Harvard University, who stole the virus from Harvard University. Then the death of Professor Frank Plumer of Canada also shows how the viruses were stolen from different parts of the world. The findings of some of the eminent scientists from all over the world shows that the COVID-19 is nothing but a biological weapon, which you can able to find from some of these scientists who has also addressed this are Professor Luc Montagar, Professor Kunz, Professor Francis Boyle, a bioweapon expert, and Nikolai Petrovsky. The Chinese Communist Party growing more aggressively on these aspects of using bioweapons. When questioned by the developed countries about the origin of the virus, the Chinese government has threatened the countries except United States President Donald Trump, who has raised the objection on WHO behavior, and also the Chinese Communist Party about the origin of the virus. The Chinese Communist Party wanted to become the sole global superpower economically, militarily, and geopolitically. To fulfill their dream, the Chinese Communist Party has been building a biological weapon to destroy the developed countries, especially United States. Unfortunately, what has happened was that weapon got loose in their own backyard. Now it looks like China may have just nuked itself with their very same bioweapon, and the fate of China's population, industrial output, and political leadership looks very much in doubt. Perhaps it is fitting that the coronavirus may be the vector by which China destroys itself before its treacherous philosophy of communism, tyranny, and mass death infects the entire world. Now it is the right time that all nations should unite together to fight against the Chinese Communist Party aggressive nature. Otherwise, all the democratic countries will perish.